Option right is gap down backwards. So you step in here, if the center has the nose, then you can adjust up to the area and wall off the chasing back. You're going to pull and log the man on or just outside the tackle. So if he comes inside, what logging means is you're going to come in here nice and tight, you strike a blow with your inside shoulder, you swing your tail to pin this guy in. Right? All three guys on the backside, fire on backwards. You just did the fire technique. And when you're a fire assignment and there's nobody on the line of scrimmage covering you, you need to lead the man that you're blocking just like a quarterback leads a receiver. Because option's going to go that way fast, slow. So that 53, your first name, Mike's going to start to move. So if I run right at Mike, go ahead, Mike. This is a lousy view, all right? You're looking at somebody's tail end all the time. You don't want to do that. So Ian, how do you think you'd come off the ball to block Max right? Stand there. You'd find the phantom as a nose man. You'd find the hip of the nose man and you go as flat and as tight off the ham and you meet them at the crossroads. Alright? Frank, you fire the man on you, right? Okay. Frank, how could a guy like you ever want to be a sissy fighter? A body like that, the way you are, you gotta love to be a lineman, right? Yeah, absolutely. Forget that tight end BS. Some of those queer guys catch the ball all the time. All right, let's go. 81 option on one. Belly option right. Ready? That's it. Pull back. It go. Good. All right. Now log lower. Keep your face up and squeeze. So, one more play here. One more play is keep pass. We're going to go belly keep pass right or 81 keep pass. Now. We're going to go down, go and log, just like option. So we're getting some repetition here for you, right? Two plays are the same for you. Option and a deep pass. You go down to the nose. Now you can't go to backer because it's a pass. All right? So you go right down there, help the center with the nose, you pull and log. Now on the backside, we just step and cup. Right? Instead of firing, that means you snap the ball, you step to the point of attack, and hinge or cup. All right? The tackle's going to come right down here and help you center, so you play your areas. Here, you're going to step and cup on the line of scrimmage, looking for a firing backer or looking for this guy slicing. Frank, or you're going to post. The post is one technique that we use that combines with a lead, which makes our double team. All right, so you understand that. Post lead means double team to us. And a post player is a man who is covered by the defensive guy we're trying to double team. All right, so I do two things. I stop penetration by the man we're double teaming. I should use a technique that draws his attention to me, all right, so that he thinks it's a single block, and that I'm going to try to turn him away from the direction I really would like him to go. And the last thing is that you must step and have your head on the inside, so that if he's going to move on the snap of the ball, you're protecting your inside seat. Any post is what we call conditional. There's a condition to this technique, in that if I'm going to post, so my post technique would be this. I'm here, I'm going to take a short jab step, I'm going to strike a blow just like on. It's just like on to this point, but instead of swinging my tail and driving it like you do with the on block that we just finished, my help will come from this side, so I strike the blow and I kick my tail around parallel to the line of scrimmage and I wait for the lead to drive the dummy or feel movement, and then I start to move my feet so we can take this thing right down. My job to turn the double team. These double teams to go laterally, left and right, okay? And if I don't swing my tail, if I try to drive it too aggressively, then the double team's going to have to go off the ball, and that's not good, all right? We want to take him right down the line of scrimmage so that when the running back runs by him, this guy will never be able to make a play during the course of that play. If we just come off the ball and knock his fanny off, eventually our block's going to fall apart. He's still on his feet or he's been knocked back. The running back hasn't gone by him. He may be able to get up and make a tackle. Now, sure, it'll be 5-10 yard gain, but why not have a 40-yard touchdown, right? So it's more a perfect play if we can turn this guy with our double team and take him laterally and back him by him. Okay? So that's the important things about the post. Again, we got this. It's a prep step. Strike the blow and kick around. So just as we're drilling it on the dummies, we stop right there. You know, you can't drive it because your double team partner's not there. Okay? Okay, hustle the way. There you go, lock that. conditional post. You heard me say conditional post 3 minutes ago. A conditional post means this. You are posting, but if a condition occurs that a linebacker or a second level player tries to stunt through your inside seam, you come off of your post block to make sure that there's no penetration on your inside seam. So a demonstration of this is right here. Anthony, you stand right where Coach Wiles is, all right? And you get out of the way so Coach Wiles can have a better view of my lecture here, all right? But here's what a double team is. Jump in there, John. Right? John, right here, you're the tag. I'm the guard, we're double team. So John's gonna be my lead, so we're gonna double team. So I'm gonna post, you jump in there with your left shoulder. As I swing my tail, now if Anthony goes to fire through this seam, I see it, the condition is that I come off and block him, so when an extra player shows up, we can't afford a double team anymore, can we? Otherwise, he's going to go through free into the backfield. So all of our posts are conditional. So that means that you're responsible for protecting your inside seam as you're posting. If you get a threat, you come off and close that. But you want to be parallel to the line of scrimmage. You want to be moving right down the line of scrimmage when you do that. So that if I see him from 5 yards back starting to fire, there's no reason for me to panic and come off right away and be there waiting for him for 10 minutes. All right? I'll just go ahead, get into the post, keep looking. As he gets here, I'll come off, because that way we can double team this guy for as long as possible. All right? Okay, the lead block. It's what John was just doing. All right? All right, John's good enough. I don't want to have to pay you. If you stay any longer, you probably ask for money. Okay? If you're a tackle now and I'm leading, I am the motor behind this whole thing. I've got to begin to move this guy so that the postman, I know he's not going to penetrate, so I don't worry about taking a down step and getting my head inside, because the post is going to keep that from happening. So what I do is, I know I'm going to go left and use my left shoulder. I take a weight change and a crossover for my first step, and then that sets my hips up so that I can strike a blow with my left surface and step with my left foot at the same time. So we got the post in here, and my head goes on the upfield side. I don't want to stick it inside, because then we'd smack helmets. All right? So we're in here, and then I just step in and strike a blow, and now I'm the guy responsible for creating movement, driving that thing down to the inside, and then when the post feels this, we get together and take it right down the line of scrimmage. All right? So a little bit faster, here's what it looks like when you're drilling it. This is lead to the left. All right? You're here, weight change, crossover, strike the blow, swing your tail, drive the dummy down to the inside. All right, go to the first backer area, escape the backer, and this is the technique that we want you to use. Now, this will be the technique that the tackles use when we're running 24-guard trap, tackle that does not pull the trap on 34-36 counter, or a tackle trap counter. Those types of plays, we need you to take a lateral step like reach and make your body as small as possible so that you can get away from a defensive man closing on the action of your head. All right? So that way he'll be exposed. You can slip him to the inside, get you clean to a linebacker, and then the trapping person coming from the inside out, the defensive player will be exposed and it'll be very trappable. All right? So if you guys can back off there and give me some room, because I'm going to step that way. If you picture me being an offensive tackle and this being a defensive lineman on top of me, all right, and you see it, grab that blue dummy and stand it up there like a linebacker, because I'm going to release to you. Now when I say release the backer, I don't mean that backer, I mean that backer area. Right, just so you remember that. Slide in looking close to this one. That's good right there. And deepen up another yard. If I'm an escape the backer assignment, what I want to do is the first step is to step laterally, point the toe to the sideline, and immediately begin to grab the punch through with my down hand and my stance. Alright? So you step in, boom. You're going to actually take an open pull step, but you're going to reach for grasp here. So your second step, you're going to strike an arc, and on your third step, you should be inside and square, face up on this linebacker, so that if he's firing, you're right in front of his area now. So that there'll be no trouble with him beating you and getting penetration into the backfield. And you'll always strike a blow through the linebacker with your head on the inside. Now as we drill this, we won't worry about setting up a linebacker. What's important is this. It's going to set you up on a dummy, so it's all steps. Boom, right up in here. Alright? So that's the way you finish it. Just come up through and make sure you're in front of that linebacker area. So it's an easy technique to execute, but you're going to have a little bit of flexibility, because you want to get away from this guy, because you get over there and do that technique, Brian. Would you get, Brian? Go ahead. You go ahead and take that first step. As soon as your head goes inside with a good defensive